Assalamu Alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaba. Don't forget to use the subscribe button so that you can get notification every time I post. You hear me? And if you're a returning subscriber, jazakallah khair or jazakumullah khair for always watching my videos. So today we attended the seminar for, what's it again? Reflecting on the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by Dr. Jinan Yousef. And like, before we even get right to it first, you can see somebody a face that is not so familiar, but yeah, let her introduce herself. Introduce yourself.
No, go ahead.
This is not a proper video. Inshallah, we're going to do a video where you can see that we're not always this calm. There's Chris in our head. But you guys, this is my friend, my sister, my G.
Aisha.
Yes, Aisha, that's her name. So because it's supposed to be like a quick video, ideally would attend the seminar and just sit down, think about it, like what's the take home and all of that stuff, yeah. But this one was too good. I feel like if I say I want to go home and reflect and think and whatever, I'm not going to put out the video anytime soon. And I know that I think there's still like 2 other places that this seminar is gonna hold. So we're doing this so that you guys can, you know, go out there. If you're being sluggish or if you've not signed up, please just go and sign up. So we're gonna be talking about the few things that we are taking home because we just finished. First off, I think it was actually an amazing. It's been a while I sat in a room filled with so much grace, you know. It just felt like there was Allah's rahmah literally present in that room. It was such an amazing seminar. And you guys, if you don't know Dr. Jinan Yousef, I cannot help you. I really cannot help you. Just
and
go
look for her, because I also didn't know her before we embarked on this. And
I hate that Sandus will come. But yeah.
But it's true, like I didn't know of her. And then you tell me there's like she's the author of a book called
Reflecting on the Names, yeah.
If you don't know her.
This amazing book
about reflecting on the names of Allah.
Yeah.
And it's perfect because if you've ever really wanted to connect, for me at least personally, I think this is what I'm taking from it. It's like this is the beginning, this is the start. And she did a very good job in like introducing you to the idea of trying to connect to the names of Allah on a daily, like in your daily life, so that it's part of your life. So I think that's the first thing I've taken from this, to be honest.
Yeah, and she just makes you fall in love with it. I mean, I've had people talk about the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I mean, from the book itself, if you know the book or if you know her, you would have some idea of what this seminar is going to be about. But you try to imagine it until you're in the space itself, you know. She talks about it with so much grace. Like, you know that this person knows her coin, she knows her onions properly, and she talks about it in a very relatable manner. You know, it's not something different that you don't know, but it also hits the spots that they're supposed to hit, subhanallah. So I think for me, one of the take home was when she talks about not taking something around mercy and mockery, how we make mockery of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I feel like something that you see all the time, something that happens. Even you yourself, you probably be like, I'm gonna not praise Zuhur now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful. I'm not gonna do this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful. And I think it was actually one of the reasons that made me ask the question at the end of the event of how do you now balance, you know, fear and hope, because many of us still see what's Allah's mercy, and her answer was just, you know, such a reminder, and it's so beautiful as well. So it was such a good reminder of just not making mockery of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even though Allah is merciful.
Another thing I would like to reflect on was how her take on introducing you based off of how Allah introduced himself to you, like taking the step from Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and then the first few verses of Surah Al-Fatiha. It's just a very interesting take. It's like you're learning about Allah in the way he presented himself to you too, in a way, taking it like that. I mean, there are various ways you could take it, and she also explained like there are various ways you could decide to go through the names, but if you're seeking to connect to the names, take it based off of the names you're connecting with. If you take a name and you are not connecting with it, you can just look for the one you're actually connecting with and connect with it, dig deeper.
Yeah.
Another thing she said or she recommended was the like for instance, taking a name and taking it through the week and reflecting throughout your week how that name is really it's really reflecting how you can relate to it in your life, basically. And I think it's very, very much something deep, and I would definitely like to try that out and see.
I think that
It's a very
ties to
good
my
idea.
thought of just as Muslims always wanting to finish something, like the way that we approach deen, the knowledge of the deen entirely. I talk about this all the time, and I was sharing with you earlier how somebody said to me they have not finished the book, and I said it's not a book, it's not about finishing.
It's beyond that.
It's not about finishing, like you have to take it one step at a time. And I liked how she said a week. Your intentions is what matters here. Your effort also is very, 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 very important. I like how she highlighted the fact that a week is good, because at the end of the day, you want to really dip it, you want to internalize it as much as possible. And she didn't go, because it's 99 names of Allah, you have to do it a day. And even when you're reading the book, you know that wow, you need some time to actually dip, because another thing about her is how she's talking about a name that you already know, subhanallah, but she's giving you another angle, another dimension to it. For example, how she talks about, Allah being the merciful, and how He wants to bring good to you and take good away from you. Subhanallah, you never think about it from that.
You never. I mean, most of the time was Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. And this is the most common name, But this whole time she spoke about it in such a way that you have never really thought of.
What are you talking about? And how she talks about the gift, Allah being Al-Wahhab, and how when you think about gift, you think about something very tangible. But there are human beings in your life where these people, you think about them. If you truly take a minute to think about them, you know that wow, I wouldn't trade this person for money, and this person is actually a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I really love that. Another thing she talked about that I thought, wow, this is something that we know, but just hearing her talk about it was, just hit differently, was the fact when she talked about, how you could be going through different tragedies in your life. How are you looking at it? Like that positive mindset shifts that you should have, are you looking at the tragedy itself, or are you looking at how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is comforting you, or are you looking at the post-tragedy? Like, what are you looking at, literally? Like, and via what lens are you looking at it? I thought that was really deep and profound. Look, you guys, she talked about a lot of things. Anything you want to add?
That's pretty much it in summary. Get the book if you've really been trying to connect to Allah through His names. I think it's definitely worth having.
And I also think that I've heard people talk about Surah Al-Fatiha, but just having somebody talk about the names of Allah with Surah Al-Fatiha, like
so different,
completely different.
At a point in time, I was like, wow, this is almost like we're getting a tafsir about Surah Al-Fatiha from a whole different perspective.
Exactly, from a whole different lens. It's like a mixture of something really yummy, something really nice, something that you've never heard before. And you can't read these things. You need to be in a room of people who, are also aiming at the same thing, just like you're here for a reason anyways. You're here because you want to have a better relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then when she talks about the reasons why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala actually gave us 99 names, like revealed 99 names, is for you to actually better that relationship that you have with Him. And just being in a room where these people also want the same thing. It's completely different from when you're watching online or so I do think that we as Muslim women should make effort, because like you've got lots of things that would stop you from attending these kind of spaces, right? But like we should make as much effort as we can to attend the event or events like this. And lastly, she signed off. She took her time She took her, mashallah, tabarakallah, time to sign the book. Like, we didn't just buy the book, she actually signed it with our names, and you know, she wrote really nice. I'm going to tell you guys on social media. I'm not going to keep it myself. I'm going to show you guys. Dr. Jinan Yousef. I'm not a celebrity freak. I'm not the one who says celebrities and be like, oh, influencers are wrong. But this one, it touched me. That's not the only reason why I should attend it, but is it worth it? Absolutely worth it.
It's absolutely.
Again, there is no word that can quantify or define like the feeling and the knowledge that you get from attending this, to be honest. Not this year, maybe anytime you hear of Dr. Jinan Yousef, grab your whatever it is that you have and find your way to the space, and I'm sure that you're not going to regret it. Do you have anything to add?
Nope.
Okay, we're going to come back, like I said, with a more. I think you did good, considering that this is your first debut. Jazakumullah khair for watching again. Do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys inshallah in my next video. Assalamu Alaikum.